Chrisley Knows best star Nanny Faye Chrisley tells her son, Todd, that she's growed. What does that mean? Keep reading to find out about this and more Chrisley news. Recently, the Chrisley Knows best Twitter tweets a clip for tonight's October 14 episode. In the clip, it looks like Julie Chrisley is playing bartender to her husband and mother-in-law, so Nanny Faye orders a mojito. Julie seems happy to oblige. Chrisley Knows best matriarch gets confirmation that Julie is going to shake the drink up for her. Then Nanny Faye makes a declaration that has Todd rolling his eyes. Says, "I haven't been shook like that in years." For some reason, this gets Todd Chrisley especially riled up because he says, "Mama, why do you say this that you say?" And the answer is simple. Todd's mom says, "What? I can say whatever the hell I want because I'm G-U-R-B-B-D." As to be expected, this doesn't calm Todd down. Now he has more questions. You're G-U-R-B-B-D. You're grown. In her defense, Nanny says that she's more grown than Todd is. However, Todd doesn't seem so sure. Interestingly, Nanny Faye ordered a mojito from Julie. Recently, TV shows Ace reports on the two things Nanny claims she needs in life: apple cider vinegar and tequila. Traditionally, mojitos are made with rum. So, why didn't she order tequila from Julie? Nanny Faye Chrisley likely ordered a mojito from Julie Chrisley because the family is trying out Beckett's tonic stem. Chrisley Knows best fans have known for a while that Todd endorses the mocktail brand. However, from the looks of recent trailers for the series, it looks like viewers are just now getting a behind-the-scenes look at Todd's endorsement. As TV shows Ace previously reports, the Chrisley Knows best patriarch's Instagram bio has included the following. Sober curious? Try at Beckett's. Beckett's Tonic Sem is a mocktail brand. They offer a great alternative to alcoholic beverages. Fans of the reality television family know that Todd Chrisley doesn't drink. He explains why he endorses Beckett's in one of his Instagram posts seen below. Do you think Nanny Faye Chrisley is growed? Are you excited to learn more about Beckett's tonic stem? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. Make sure to come back to TV shows Ace for more Chrisley Knows best news. Don't forget, starting tonight, Thursday, October 14, the Chrisley are at a new time, 8:30/7:30 C. Tune in to USA Network for a new episode. The Georgia sun had barely peeked over the magnolia trees when Nanny Faye Chrisley marched into the Chrisley family kitchen like a woman on a mission. Wearing her signature leopard print blouse, fresh lipstick, and a sparkle in her eye, she slammed a stack of mail onto the counter and hollered, "Todd James Chrisley, you better get your narrow behind down here before I tan it like I did in '84. Grayson peeked around the corner, eyes wide. "Oh, what did Dad do this time?" "He's 'bout to find out," Nanny muttered, flipping through the bills and charity letters like a blackjack dealer in Biloxi. Moments later, Todd strutted down the stairs in his robe, eyebrows arched like he was walking into a photo shoot rather than a face-off with the family matriarch. "Mama," Todd drawled, "why are you shouting like we live in a barn? And what, pray tell, has gotten into you this fine morning?" Nanny Faye turned slowly, arms crossed, lips pursed like she'd been sucking a lemon dipped in sass. "Todd, don't you play sweet with me. I got half a mind to throw this biscuit at your head, and you know I don't waste good bread." Todd froze, eyes darting to the plate of homemade buttermilk biscuits sitting between them. He knew the gravity of the moment. Nanny Faye didn't mess with food unless something serious was about to go down. "What did I do now?" he asked, cautiously. Nanny whipped a crumpled piece of paper from the stack. "This, right here. This foolishness." Todd squinted. "That's the schedule for your speech at the Women's Southern Heritage Society luncheon." "Exactly." Nanny waved the paper like a flag of war. "They got me listed as given a keynote address on a legacy of grace and quiet Southern strength." She paused. "Todd, you wrote that title, didn't you?" He grinned, proud of himself. "Well, of course I did. It's sophisticated, classy, elegant, just like you, Mama." Oh boy, Savannah muttered from the doorway. He's done gone and branded her like she's a Scarlett O'Hara Hallmark ornament. I ain't no Scarlett, Nanny snapped. And I'll be darned if I'm gonna stand up in front of 100 powdered-faced women and pretend like I ain't growed no speech direct. Todd looked confused. What are you saying? I'm saying I've been a firecracker since 1943, and I ain't gonna stand up there spouting off about being quiet and graceful. Honey, I cussed out 2 funeral home directors and a goat in the same week. That ain't grace, that's just me. Grayson snorted sweet tea through his nose.
Mama, the
Todd
society
is expecting class. Faye's eyes narrowed. They're getting honesty. Genuine, unapologetic nanny truth. Todd took a deep breath and paced. Okay, so what are you gonna say instead? Nanny pulled a crumpled napkin from her bra. Glad you asked. I've been working on it in my mind and jotting notes on whatever I could find. Listen up, children. She cleared her throat with the dramatic flair of a seasoned country diva. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before y'all not as a delicate flower of Southern upbringing, but as a strong-willed, big-mouthed, card-playing survivor of life's nonsense. I have lived, honey. I've loved, lost, cussed out raccoons, drove a Camaro through a cornfield, and once tried to outdrink a preacher's wife at a bingo hall. Todd looked like he might faint. But through it all, Nanny continued, I've told the truth. Even when it hurt, especially when it ruffled feathers. Because the world don't need another porcelain belle who hides behind fans and fake smiles. The world needs grannies with grit. Women who ain't afraid to say, that casserole's dry, Carol, or that man ain't good for you, sugar. Savannah stood up and clapped. Preach, Nanny. You bet I will, Nanny replied proudly. And Todd, if you try to change one word of my speech, I'll take your name off my will and give everything to the neighbor's cat. Todd sat down, defeated. Mama, I just wanted to present you with dignity. Nanny softened a little, walking over to him. Honey, you don't create dignity by shushing who someone really is. I'm dignified because I show up, even when life got hard. Even when I had to be tough. Even when I wore rhinestones to a barbecue. She patted his cheek. You keep trying to turn me into this Southern belle fantasy. But I'm more like a Southern belligerence. Todd chuckled in spite of himself. I just worry what people will think. Let him think, she snapped. You think I care what Miss Eunice from Macon thinks of me? That woman still wears pantyhose in July and thinks oat milk is communist. Grayson and Savannah were doubled over laughing now. Todd finally sighed. All right, Mama. You win. You can give your speech the way you want. Thank you, baby, Nanny said sweetly, ruffling his perfectly styled hair just to annoy him. Now, who's gonna help me pick out which leopard print suit says I came to testify and play poker? 2 weeks later, at the Women's Southern Heritage Society luncheon, Nanny Faye stepped up to the podium, a vision in rhinestones, red lipstick, and a hat that would have made Dolly Parton proud. Todd sat in the audience, sweating bullets. She gripped the mic with both hands and gave a wink. You all ready for some truth? She began. The audience laughed politely. I ain't here to be polite. I'm here to be real. And for the next 20 minutes, Nanny held the room in the palm of her hand, telling stories of raising kids on a budget, handling heartbreak with sass, and loving herself through every season of life. People laughed. Some cried. One woman clutched her pearls so hard they popped. When she finished, the crowd erupted into a standing ovation. Backstage, Todd ran to her, hugging her tight. You blew them away. Told yeah, she said with a wink. Growed no speech direct. That's how I do it. He smiled, finally proud in a way that didn't come from controlling everything, but from letting her shine. Savannah walked by, filming for her Instagram. Nanny just went viral. Again, Nanny turned to the camera with a grin. Y'all better listen up now. Age don't tame a lion. It just gives her better stories to roar. It was a sticky peach syrup kind of morning in Nashville, the kind where even the birds seemed too tired to chirp. Nanny Faye Chrisley sat on the back porch of the Chrisley family estate, sipping sweet tea and watching the squirrels wrestle in the oak trees. She wore her favorite pink jogging suit, rhinestone sandals, and a baseball cap that read "Bless your heart," which, coming from Nanny, was always more threat than comfort. Her peace was broken by the sound of Todd's voice echoing through the kitchen like a preacher mid-sermon. "Mama, you've got to wear something respectable for the gala. We have a reputation to maintain." Nanny narrowed her eyes. She didn't know what Todd was fussing about now, but she had a feeling he was about to say something worthy of a slap with her church fan. She strutted into the kitchen, heels clicking on the hardwood, and slammed her tea on the counter. "Todd James Chrisley, I swear to you, if I hear one more word about me needin' to act like I'm made of porcelain, I'm gonna let the Lord take me and ask him to send me back with a frying pan." Turned, arms folded, looking exasperated and overly tanned. "Mama, you are giving a speech tonight at the Southern Women's Legacy Gala. You can't just ramble about wrestling raccoons and chasing slot machines. There's a script. I wrote it. It's dignified."